every once in a while you get these people that like to we all get them, we call them haters, whatever. You get these know-it-alls, whatever, right? You're going to get them in life, you get them on the internet. But sometimes I find it interesting, you know, either they haven't taken time to watch all of my videos, or that's just the way they are, they don't know me. But you know, you get comments sometimes, like people will say get a real job or whatever. Okay, to make this basic, okay, so what I've been up to lately, okay, so I've been throwing out, in the last 2 months, I've been throwing out any lead I possibly can to secure our financial situation. I think I've got about 6 approaches right now to securing some form of employment, income, stability for my household. One of them, as you all know through our homestead series, is as much self-sufficiency as possible. I mean, certainly that does not mean that we're at that point yet, but we're certainly striving in that direction. I did the last tally on my potatoes, and I think there's 2,800 pounds. I think that's what I figured it to be. So there's a lot there. We've still got to do our carrots. That's actually the last thing we have to get. They're still out there. They're all right because they can take a bit of the cold. So my wife's going to can all them. And we've got a freezer full of stuff downstairs. And like most people, we've been doing our best. So that's one approach we've been taking to try to internally to save as much as possible. I've also got, as many of you know, I've been studying for my real estate course. I have one more course to take. I was talking to the broker last 2 weeks, and presuming that I pass my course, pass my test I should say, and all goes well, which, I mean, so far I've been doing okay at it. I should have my license just shortly after Christmas, or in the new year I should say. So that certainly is not going to be a quick get-rich-quick scheme or anything like that, but for long-term employment, I wanted to get away from the manufacturing, you know, the constant layoff, retraining, layoff, so I'm out of that. I've got myself employment as far as labor-wise on a local farm, helping them with different jobs. I work today. And a friend of mine and I are also looking at starting a company together, a flooring company, for installation. We're not quite at the point where we're able to do that leap yet into it, but we've had a good meeting with somebody, so I've got co-ownership in that company, as well as I would be laboring with it too. So there's that, and we of course have. Oh, and then there's this farm project that I'm looking at. There's a property we've been looking at this place for about six months now, off and on, and I've just talked to the agent yesterday to see what negotiations we can make with it about restarting up my rabbits so I can get more self-employment in the agricultural field. And then the final thing, of course, in the I don't know, what would you call it, entertainment media, but you know, with YouTube being a partnership and all, certainly we don't have, you know, 100,000 subscribers or anything like that, but every little bit helps. So I'm looking at about 5 different areas right now. I mean, everything from just being basic labor to self-employment to you know, professional like real estate, in entertainment media with YouTube, whatever you want to consider this to be. What else could I do? Is there anything else you could think of that I could do for a living? Oh, I'm sure the spammers will think of lots of things. Now, I mean, these are all in the bud stage, of course, so it's still touch and go at this point. The main thing right now is that I've got this farm work, you know, the actual labor, which is concrete pay, if you want to say it that way. So we're looking at all these leads. I mean, what more can I do? We're just I'm taking any lead possible right now, and I'm trying to get the direction in life that I'm not reliant anymore on this, you know, 40 hours punch the clock job with a company that's at the mercy of, you know, supply and demands as such. I mean, certainly I know that real estate's going to have its challenges, I know that, but one thing from my personal experience, having worked on farms probably for almost a decade in the past, that they're not affected by recessions the same way that other businesses are, like retail, like the restaurant business can be, or such. And which is why I jumped at it right away, because I put ads, I think, in 3 or 4 different stores, feed mills and whatnot. I put my number up in that, listed a bit of my experience, and because I figure the openings are usually available, and I'm going to get the first crack at it and secure myself a position. And the fellow I'm working for now is pretty good, easy to get along with. No, it doesn't pay a lot, it doesn't, but it's enough, and I'm glad to have it. And quite frankly, I'm enjoying it. It's been a while since I've worked on a farm, and I've already had lots of entertainment. I mean, we were dumping the truck. Well, it wasn't me. The other guy was dumping his truck the other day and hit the rafters in the barn. And then they got it stuck, so they had to get a loader to pull it down. That was fun. Anybody that's worked on a farm knows what I'm talking about. So it's been interesting, much like it was years ago when I used to do it. So, but yeah, it's close by. I don't have far to go, which is nice too. And that way I'm not at the mercy of my vehicle. Say if I hear of some people, the commute they've got is just unreal. So what else can I do? I don't know. My ultimate goal is to do nothing. We'll have to see where this takes us. There are a lot of people that believe we're in recovery, and there's a lot of people that say not even close. I tend to lean a little bit more to the not even close end. But I still remain optimistic. It all depends really on the situation. Depends on the area you're in, the country you're in, the policies that your government's having currently, the resources that are available to you, what your local economy is based on. If you're up in Timmins right now in the gold mines, you're probably doing well. If you're up in way up north in the pulp and paper mills, you're probably looking at, you'd be lucky if you're working. So, all right, thank you very much.